Hi, I'm Nicholas Hurd, and I'm the developer of the Contractor's Profit System. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to view this video. Looking at the menu here, and we have lists, which is your items, your sections, crews, and so on. We won't spend much time on that in this video because I want to really focus on the estimating because that's really the heart of the system. So I'm going to click on estimating, and I'm going to select estimate list. As you can see, we have two estimates here. I will talk about kitchen remodel in a little later in the video, but for right now, we're going to look at Ralph and Mary Smith. Everything is organized by sections and items within sections. So sections are yellow, and you can change these colors to fit your way of doing business. That's true of the entire system. It's very flexible. You get to do things the way you want to do them, not the way we think they should be done. So we have sections, and then we have the items within the sections, like we have framing plans, electrical plans, and so forth. As we scroll down, we can see we got our site work, rubbing and scraping. We got dump fees, we got site grading, and then we have foundations and so on. And let me just select foundations for a moment here. This is the item that you've already taken off, and we had a quantity of 225 linear feet, and it's a 15-inch perimeter foundation. Our material is $12.50 per foot. We have not selected a material supplier. We can do that and print a purchase order if we choose. Labor is $95.50 per unit, and it's 2 hours per unit of labor. We don't have any equipment. We don't have any subcontract. We don't have any miscellaneous. We do have notes. Notes are an important thing when you're presenting your estimate to your client. If you have notes, which I strongly recommend, you print them in the estimate, and that tells your client what kind of materials you're using, what your thinking is, why you're using a particular item in a particular situation. This reduces later discussions or confusion over what's included in the project. The more you tell the client, the more detail it is, the less challenge you're going to have later on. And you won't have arguments, you'll get change orders rather than arguments. And that's important. We're not gonna make any changes to this. I just wanted to show you what an item looks like. And so then we're going to go back over to our estimate list, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to print our estimate. So this is what the estimate looks like. And if we look at options here, we have all kinds of options. You can print the detail lines or not. You can print your detail notes, which we talked about a moment ago. Job notes are notes that are part of the job header. Printed on your letterhead. If you have letterhead, you can do that. Print estimate number at the top. Do you want the estimate number printed? And calculate profit in each line. Now, this is important. Most of our clients use this option. There are a few clients that want to show exactly how much they're charging. So if we look at this, scroll down to the bottom of the estimate here, you'll see that the total estimate is $158,000, sales tax is $13,000, and grand total of the estimate is hidden here. Let's scroll down a little bit, and it's $171,000. 158 and 13, 171. Now, if we go back up here and we say don't calculate profit in each line, it's showing the bare cost, like for scroll down here. So for grubbing and scraping, for example, is $243.80, or this one is $1,200, So just so you see the difference, if we put that back on again, and we scroll back down here, you see that this is now 357 and this is now 17,000. So you see the difference and the way it shows up on the estimate. And so we're going to turn it off, and we're going to scroll all the way back down to the bottom again. And so we see the pre-overhead and profit is 104,000. We're adding $53,000 in our overhead and our profit and so forth, and we're the estimate total still 158,000, still 13,000 in sales tax, and still 171,000 for the total. So you see, that's the kind of the difference. Some of our contractors like to show exactly how much they're charging. Others calculate in each line and just show the end user, their client, what each line is costing. And by the way, the advantage of detail estimates is that your clients are going to love them. And the reason is, rather than just saying, we're going to charge 171,000 for this project, you show them exactly what they're getting for the project. Rather than throwing out 171,000, you show them that your rough HVAC is $9,200, and you want HVAC, right? And so on. So you're able to show your client exactly what you're charging them and what they're getting, the value that they're getting for each piece of the project. Now we're going to go back over to our estimating list, and we're going to take a look at one more thing. Here's the budget report, print budget, and you have the same options here, except this is all showing raw cost. This is your cost of the estimate. The one thing I wanted to show you here that I think is really important is we show you the percentage of the project. So, for example, site work, here we're saying it's 15% of the project. Now, from experience that maybe this is only supposed to be 10% of the project. So then you dig in and figure out why you're spending 15% rather than 10. Or, this is 33% and normally it's let's say 25%. This is an error check. This is to confirm that your estimate's accurate. Because if your estimate isn't accurate, whether you make money or you lose money, you don't know why. And accurate estimates are key. So back to the estimate list here. And we're going to okay, so now we're going to look at kitchen remodel. But first, we're going to start a new estimate. So we click on Start New Estimate. By the way, customer here, you can have a list of customers. Let's say you do jobs for the same people over and over and over again. You can create them as a customer and then just call up the customer and it'll fill in a lot of this information. So I'm going to put something here, Ralph and Mary Smith. Now, normally you'd add address and so forth. I'm not going to do that. Oh, and down here, these are automatically filled in from your preferences over here. These numbers are filled in, and you can change these. Let's say these people are going to be a pain in the neck to deal with, so you can change your profit percentage from 20 to 25, for example. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want to copy an existing estimate, and I want to show templates. And a template is, like we have here, a kitchen remodel. So you can build templates of your kitchen remodel, bath remodel, room addition, whatever kind of things that you do regularly, you create a template for it, and it makes it a lot faster creating an estimate. So we don't want to copy header information. We do want to update prices in case the prices have changed since we created the template. We want to copy line notes because we may have already added notes to the template, and we want to copy percentages. And we're going to click Save. All right, so now we have the Ralph and Mary Smith estimates. So we're going to click the button here, and now we have our estimate. Our estimate's all built for us. One thing I want to point out here is when you copy an estimate or a template, the colors on here are slightly grayed or green, whatever you want to call it. And the reason for that is I haven't updated this item. One of the things we help you track is, have you reviewed each of the items in the estimate? Now, there may be like a corner kitchen cabinet. In this case, we have 2, but maybe you want to change that to 3. So you'd go in here and you change it to 3 cabinets for this estimate. It won't change the template, just for this estimate. And you notice it changed to a white background from the kind of hazy background here. And that is indicating that you've processed the item. You've looked at it and said, that's exactly what I want to have. There may be some here that, like the kitchen wall cabinet, if you accidentally left 5 and you really wanted 7 for the project, or you only needed 3, this helps you look at your estimate and say, is this all correct? Is this what I want it to be? So that's how easy it is to use templates or create. It'll take you a few minutes to create your templates, But when you're ready to do the job, boom, the takeoff is simple and fast. It's very straightforward. So we're going to go back to estimate list. That's pretty much it for this video. I want to thank you for taking your time to view. And if you have any questions, you can ask our ask our bot down here. He knows as much as I do, or you can give me a call. We'd love to talk to you.